Babe, I need to talk to you about something. It's been on my mind a lot lately.
Of course, what's going on? You look like you're carrying a lot.
It's about my brother Eric. I haven't really told you the whole story, but it's been eating at me for years.
Eric? You've mentioned him before, but what happened?
So, you know how I've always been into aviation, right? Since I was a kid, I wanted to be a pilot. And I worked so hard for it. Private lessons, studying, getting into an elite aviation program. My dream was always to work for a major airline.
I know how passionate you are about it. You've worked so hard for that.
Yeah, and I thought my older brother Eric was my biggest supporter. He's always been the golden child in the family, and I thought, okay, he might not care about planes, but at least he has my back. But I was wrong.
What do you mean?
When I was 19, I applied for a really competitive internship with this major airline. It was my big shot. I worked my ass off for it, studied for months, did everything I could to prepare. And then, a week before interviews, I found out Eric had applied for the same internship. He'd never shown any interest in aviation before, and he didn't even tell me. He just decided to compete with me.
Wait, he never cared about planes and just applied to the internship out of nowhere.
Exactly. But the worst part? The night before my interview, I found out my application was suddenly withdrawn. I was confused, panicked, and then I found out Eric had convinced a family friend who worked for the airline to swap my name with his. He took my spot, and I lost my chance.
That's horrible. How could he do that?
I confronted him, but he just smirked and said, "You'll get another chance." Our parents played it off like it was no big deal. They told me to stop being dramatic and that Eric just wanted to try something new. It was like they were siding with him.
I can't even imagine how that must have felt, losing your dream job and no one backing you up.
It crushed me, but I still tried. I worked my way through smaller flight schools, and eventually I got hired as a commercial pilot. Eric? He quit the airline after 2 years, bounced around jobs, and now he's stuck in this office job he hates.
It's crazy how things turned out. And now he wants your help to get back into aviation?
Yeah. A few weeks ago, he reached out asking if I could pull some strings to help him get into aviation again. But honestly, I left him on red. After everything he did to me, I don't owe him anything.
I don't blame you. He completely screwed you over.
It's funny, though. Last week, my airline announced a partnership with the company he works for. So now I might end up being his superior on some projects. I can't wait to see the look on his face when that happens.
Oh, wow. I'm not even surprised, though. You've worked so hard for everything you've got, and he's the one who messed up. He's going to have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'll do if I end up working with him, but I'm not going to let him walk all over me again. He's got to own up to what he did.
I've got your back, babe. You've earned everything you have, and you deserve to be on top. If you end up being his boss, you're going to handle it with grace, but you don't owe him anything.
Thanks, babe. I really appreciate you listening. It's just been a lot to process, but I'm not going to let him drag me down anymore.
I'm proud of you for how far you've come. You're strong, and you're not going to let anyone take that from you.